I have with the PS4 update that happened last week. Sony fixed the CMOS bomb that I talked about like a few months ago, saying that if the servers went down, you won't be able to play any physical disc or digital games off the PS4. Well, Sony listened and they actually fixed it, and they did tests, and other gamers did tests with it by taking the battery out of the PS4, and the digital games and the physical disc work. So if anything ever happens to the servers, you will still be able to play your games.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's my PS4 back on now, right?
Yeah, and then that's really all I really caught gaming wise. That was important. But I know there was some other stuff this week too. I didn't really catch up on.
Yeah, Nintendo had their show announcements, leaks, whatever you want to call it. Some big stuff came out from them. Stuff that I'm super excited for, especially the online announcements that they were going to make as far as what you're able to play now. So Chris, I don't know if you want to get into those details with it.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this to a point. So I have the Nintendo Switch Online, and right now you can play like old NES games, you can play Super Nintendo games. They have a decent amount in there, and they build upon it over time, and you pay like $20 a month for it. They're going to start adding Nintendo 64 games and Sega Genesis games. It says there's going to be a new membership for Nintendo Switch Online coming in late October. And then they're going to add, it looks like, around like 9 N64 games to start and about 14 Genesis games to start. And the thing that I don't like is that it says there's going to be a new membership plan. So I don't know what they haven't announced what they're going to charge for this. Like I said, right now it's about $20 for the year. So we'll see how much more they add on to it to get the.
I think it's going to be like 30 or 35 for the year. I think they're going to raise it by like 15.
Oh, it's for the year.
Yeah, it's for the year.
That's for the year.
That's good for the year. Yeah.
Year. I thought you meant for the month. I'm like,
no.
Oh man.
No, for the year. So yeah, like I'm super excited for the Sega. That was my system of choice growing up. And they're bringing back the Sega controllers as well as the N64 controller. So
$50 though.
So what? It's $50.
The other, I have the NES one, I have the Super Nintendo one, and those were only like $20 a piece. So whenever I saw them put the $50 price tag on this, I was like, seriously?
Well, they're wireless, or the ones you have now. Yeah. Listen, I'll still pay $50 for it. Like to have the old Sega controller in my hands, and you know what I mean. Like, hopefully I can get Mortal Kombat uploaded on there, and I can the original, and I can put in the blood code, from back in the day.
ABACABB.
Right.
The launch game's no Mortal Kombat yet. But
did they announce what games they're putting on first?
Yeah, they do have the list of the 9 and like 14 games. So it looks
read them off. What do we got?
Looks like a Castlevania. There's a Contra game. Echo the Dolphin, Golden Axe.
Echo was my shit.
Musha, I'm not familiar with that. Fantasy Star 4. Rise Star. Sonic 2. Streets of Rage. And is it Strider?
Yeah.
So there's a couple that I can't read on there. I can't, because they just have like small pictures of the game.
Streets of Rage will definitely be that'll be playing. For sure.
For 64, you get Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Star Fox 64, Yoshi's Story, one of the Zeldas, Winback, Mario Tennis, Dr. Mario 64, and then there's a game I can't see. It looks like it's Japanese.
You could have stopped at Mario Kart 64 because that's all that's being played.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of their first party games on both sides. It sounds like.
Yeah,
but that's
you give me that and GoldenEye, and I'm good. I don't care about nothing else.
Add GoldenEye and Wave Racer. I'm cool because I'm glad they're not going to add the wrestling games and stuff like that.
GoldenEye will be tough to get because that's an Xbox now.
Okay.
Yeah, Microsoft bought Rare, so that's going to be tough.
Speaking of gaming, this is what I wanted to start the show with, since I was frazzled by Jason's comment. So This plays off of games, but not video games. This is board games, more specifically card games. So I saw this and I felt like my whole life I've been lied to, right? And in this game in particular, everybody has their own set of rules for this game. You go into certain households, you got to play house rules because everybody plays it differently, even though the people that came up with the game have been consistently telling us how to play the game correctly, yet we still throw it back in their face and say, no, you're wrong. This is how you're supposed to play it. So Uno tweeted out, right? You do not need to pull a card until you have a color that matches the discard pile. If you don't have a card to play, you only have to pick up one card. So I don't know how Yins have been playing Uno for your entire life.
You pick up until you get the color.
You pick up until you get the color, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, according to Uno, officially, you don't need to pick up until you have a card that matches that color. You only need to pick up one card.
So do you skip your turn?
They didn't elaborate any further. So
continue house rules.
Pick up one and then it goes to the next person.
Yeah, I saw somebody screenshotted this tweet from Uno, and that's how I found it. But like, I read that and I'm like, well, wait a second, that's not how the game's supposed to be played. But it's freaking Uno telling us how to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if Uno trolls people because all the time they're coming up saying stuff like, no, this is not how you're supposed to play. This is actually how it's supposed to be. But everybody continues to tell Uno that they're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how you can tell the
creator
that created the game.
But isn't it important to get people to pick up more cards?
Mm-hmm.
Play house rules.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I thought. Like, and over the years, that could have been the tie-in from like Crazy Eights. I don't know how much you guys play cards, but
Mm-hmm.
Crazy Eights, you got to pick up until you get the suit or the number, right?
Yes.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
so maybe that just converted over to Uno at some point, and people just started adding in that. But yeah, apparently you don't need to do it. So that just completely blew my mind after I saw that and read that. I'm like, I'm playing Uno wrong my entire life.
Yeah,
because you can't stack, but
because how I played Uno, I played Crazy Eights before I played Uno, so I played the game just like Crazy Eights. So that's how I played it.
Been doing it wrong. Been doing it wrong.
I actually got in a new Uno pack yesterday. Up, down, down released their own pack because they had played so much during the pandemic that that Uno partnered with them for something. So it's like a wild card challenge. Like they have a couple different cards in there, so might have to play some Uno whenever we're actually together again.
Yeah, that'll be something we'll play for the Denmark's championship belt. Spoiler alert, there will be one coming soon. And spoiler alert, you will be getting challenges between the four of us to see who walks around with the Denmark's championship belt from week to week.
Unpopular opinion, Uno's trash. Faced it.
Whoa. What?
Sorry.
Do we need a
one gotta go?
Do we need a one gotta go? Yeah. Or is that what we're doing?
Uno's trash. That's the game where you can just say whatever you want to your friends that whenever they piss you off. Things get easier to do now.
I mean, like you talk about games that lead the fighting, and Uno and Monopoly are the top two.
Yes, they are. Monopoly led to many fights in my house.
That's gonna have to be a one gotta go. One of us is gonna have to come up with that, and we're gonna have to debate that and get into that because that'll lead to some heated discussion amongst the fan base listening to the show who watch in and tune in for that segment each and every week.